Hey, welcome back to EA Radio Big. We've got your daily recommended allowance of big, bouncing Elise Riggs fun bags, backcountry avalanche reports at the bottom of the hour, and one lucky caller will be bringing home a copy of our home game for just
$5.95.
We'll get you back to your regularly scheduled programming in just a moment, but right now, this psychotic son of a mama is shredding down super hot snow, and basically, that's SSX3 is hands down the craziest snowboarding game ever designed by mere mortals, and possibly the greatest thing ever to come out of Canada. SSX3 takes you from Bunny Hill to Black Diamond as fast as you can spell. Yeah, the game looks absolutely mental, but the learning curve is beginner friendly, and before you know it, you'll be boosting through icy caves, launching off humongous ramps, and trying to find every possible way to make the snowboard come unglued from your rider's feet. If this game is far from being a realistic snowboarding simulator, then it is definitely an accurate badass simulator. You will feel like an absolute
God of Thunder
on a regular basis as you float elegantly down the frosty slopes, pulling moves hot enough to knock the frost off of Odin's taint hairs, and deflowering miles and miles of virgin powder on your flaming cardboard box
of Doom.
Your regular tricks will graduate to Uber and even monster tricks, and the game features a Tony Hawk-inspired combo system that's incredibly easy to abuse. All badassery aside, eventually you will crash, and when things go wrong in SSX, they go downright poorly. All of that still doesn't change the fact that this game controls tighter than your size 6 girlfriend's size 2 skinny jeans. And with a game like this, who needs chicks anyway? SSX3's got more big bouncing Elise Riggs fun bags in PlayStation 2 format than you can shake a stick at. I always did say that BMX XXX was way ahead of its time, but real talk, the only thing that's missing from SSX3 is SSX3, rated E for
Vigo sucks.
Oh, that's a major blow, man. It's a major blow.
Hold up, are you telling me this is like Banjo-Kazooie on snowboards? Yep, that's right, you can collect snowflakes! Collect snowflakes! Collect snowflakes. Seriously? This is a free-roaming game. Where are the hidden secrets? Where are all the Easter eggs? Oh. Yeah, the snowflakes give you money when you find them, but it's such a pittance that you're better off just spamming super pipes and big airs for easy platinums instead. Besides, if you're any good, by the time you hit the third Teton, you'll be all maxed out and
Looking good, baby.
This is such a pretty game. Heck, you've been watching the video clips. Just look at it. Every single part of SSX3 is dripping with style. And
The blood of your enemies.
the way the riders cruise gracefully down wild ramps and rails against the backdrop of Metro City at night. The blinding snowstorm that blows you from side to side on the way down the backcountry on Peak 2. The warm glow of the setting sun behind the trees and thick fog at the Schizophrenia Superpipe. The subtle purple aura that hangs above the throne's endless horizon. For PS2 circa 2003, these visuals were right on the bleeding edge of Notion itself, and they still look damn good in the current year. SSX3 rated E for You Groove,
You lose.
While the licensed soundtrack isn't anywhere near Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 or Crazy Taxi levels of awesome, SSX3's party trick is that it constantly mixes and mashes songs to fit exactly what you're doing right now. Catch a couple stories of air and the music filters out, giving every inch between you and the ground below that much more gravity. Reach the end of a run and the music seamlessly transitions to the end of the current song. And if jerking it out's not your cup of tea, you can always turn the music off and hear nothing but the sweet sounds of the mountains ambiance. Perhaps the most impressive thing about SSX3 is that it offers an open-world, free-roaming snowboarding experience unlike any other. You can ride the entire mountain top to bottom, collecting knickknacks and completing big challenges without ever seeing so much as a single loading screen. Remember that little game called Tony Hawk's American Wasteland? SSX3 did its zero loading times party trick better 2 years earlier and didn't try to hype it up as its main feature. Yeah, I know, these base stations technically count as loading zones, but when it's done this well, who would dare complain about that? SSX SSX3, rated E for
Dick.
So the game's not perfect. Jumping is a bit of an inexact science, and there's no telling how much jump you're gonna get off of any given ramp. Look, I just wanna go do the cool thing at the end of this jump, but the game just won't have it. Grinding is its own arcane knowledge, as every rail in the game has a mind of its own. Sometimes you'll get sucked right onto a rail you don't want to be anywhere near, and other times you'll go for a grind and the rail will tell you to
Piss off.
So, is SSX3 worth $5.95? Yes. God, yes. Every single penny. SSX3 was worth every cent of its $50 price tag when it was new in 2003, and if this exact same game came out in the current year with modern graphics, it would be worth $60 and more. The events, races, and challenges are an incredible value on their own, but you'll get more than your money's worth in the countless hours you'll spend cruising and exploring the mountain peaks. EA, if you see this, HD remake when?